इंडियन बिजनेसेस पे मैं जितना कम ही बोलूँ उतना बेटर है. जब भी मैं बोलता हूँ कुछ हो जाता है.
Kunal Kamra did know this was coming, right? Of course he knew. So he had simply not been an astrologer, but he has just been a very pragmatic Indian living in an India which is certainly divided in two parts. Veer Das long back had said, this has almost become like two Indias. How? We all know now.
I come from which India? I come from two Indias. I come from an India where we laugh so loudly in the comfort of our own homes that you can hear us through the walls, and yet I come from an India where we break down the walls of a comedy club because you can hear laughter inside.
Polarization has worked in such a way that it's either my way or highway. Truth is, my way is also India. Highway too is India.
I come from an India where our music is बहुत hard but our sentiments are बहुत soft. I come from an India where people sleep outside on the road outside the club, but man, 20 times a year the road is the club.
ये सिर्फ एक ट्रेलर है, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है. कोई भी हमारे बड़े बुजुर्ग, हमारे लीडर, हमारे दैवत जिसको हम हमारा नेता मानते हैं, उनके बारे में अगर कोई भी आज ये एक लुक्खे ने बोला है, कल कोई अगर बड़ा आदमी भी बोलेगा तो उसके घर पे भी हम जाएंगे और हमारा घर के बड़े को संभालना हमारा काम है, वो हम करेंगे.
The Constitution of India allows us freedom of expression. The same Constitution ensures that we should be more responsible while exercising that freedom of expression. But show us one law that allows people to take law into their hands. Upset over something, you take law into your hands. And who are these people? Oh well, to put things in context, Kunal Kamra, the stand-up comedian, has stoked massive controversy. Well, it should not have been a controversy in the first place, but then it is a controversy in New India. One India, upset over his remarks, has tried hurting the other India. That's the New India.
I've decided that why should I offend people only in one art form? Why? When I can use another art form.
This is what Kunal Kamra had said, that had ruffled so many feathers, outraged so many people, hurt the dignity of so many people, and then so many people unleashed their strength on a lifeless auditorium. Because Kunal Kamra had dared to infuse life and laughter in that same lifeless auditorium, where people who were also Indians with flesh and blood had clapped, cheered, and certainly laughed a lot.
जो इन्होंने महाराष्ट्र की इलेक्शन से किया है ना भाई साहब, बोलना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पे इन्होंने पहले क्या किया, शिवसेना बीजेपी से बाहर आ गई, फिर शिवसेना से बाहर आ गई, एनसीपी से बाहर आ गई, एक वोटर को 9 बटन दे दिए, सब कंफ्यूज हो गए. चालू एक जन ने किया था, वो मुंबई में एक बहुत बढ़िया डिस्ट्रिक्ट है थाने, वहाँ से आते हैं. थाने की रिक्शा, चेहरे पे दाढ़ी, आंखों में चश्मा, हाय. थाने की रिक्शा, चेहरे पे दाढ़ी, आंखों में चश्मा, हाय. एक झलक दिखलाए कभी गुवाहाटी में छुप जाए. मेरी नजर से तुम देखो गद्दार नजर वो आए. थाने की रिक्शा, चेहरे पे दाढ़ी, आंखों पे चश्मा, हाय. मंत्री नहीं वो दल बदलू है और कहा क्या जाए. जिस थाली में खाए उसमें ही वो छेद कर जाए. मंत्रालय से ज्यादा फडणवीस की गोदी में मिल जाए. तीर कमान मिला है इसको बाप मेरा ये चाहे. थाने की रिक्शा, चेहरे पे दाढ़ी, आंखों पे चश्मा, हाय। सोचो ना, मतलब ये पॉलिटिक्स है इनकी। परिवारवाद खत्म करना था, किसी का बाप चुरा लिया। क्या रिप्लाई होगा भाई? मैं मिलूँ कल तेंदुलकर के बेटे को, बोलूँ कि आजा भाई लंच पे मिलते हैं, आधा घंटा तेंदुलकर की तारीफ करूँ और बोलूँ कि देख आज से पर वो मेरा बाप है, तू ढूंढ ले कोई ऑन द वे।
So what happened is certainly a law and order situation. But hold on. Law and order is a state subject. I keep wondering if the same instance had happened in Karnataka, in West Bengal, in Telangana, or for that matter any non-BJP ruled state, how would have BJP reacted to this? Well,
दोबारा प्रोग्राम रखने का नहीं चलो, उसका भी और किसका भी नाही ना, आता ठेवायचंच नाही, कॉमेडी जास्त करायचं नाही, सगळे लोक
nonetheless, 12 people were arrested and then later released on bail. They were not even put behind bars. They were arrested, shown arrested, produced before court, and bail was almost immediately granted. Do you remember the Ombikesh Mahapatro case of West Bengal? A cartoonist who was arrested for putting out a cartoon on Mamata Banerjee? Do you also remember how BJP had reacted then? Well, that was a serious issue, right? Law and order situation happening in Karnataka, West Bengal is definitely a very, very serious issue. Like post-poll violence in West Bengal. But this in Maharashtra is not a law and order situation. Rather, this is a joke, right?
जिस प्रकार से स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियन कामरा इन्होंने एक गीत के माध्यम से महाराष्ट्र के पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री और विद्यमान उप मुख्यमंत्री श्री एकनाथ शिंदे जी को अपमानित करने का प्रयास किया है, ये गलत है। हम इसकी निंदा करते हैं। ऐसी चीजों को सहन नहीं किया जा सकता। कामरा को मालूम होना चाहिए कि 2024 के चुनाव में जनता ने निर्णय कर दिया है कौन गद्दार है कौन खुद्दार है।
The venue, that is the Habitat, where Kunal Kamra performed his set, is known to be a location where stand-up comics usually flock to perform their comedian sets. And this is not the first time that a stand-up comic has performed his or her set at that very location. Habitat in the aftermath faced the vandalism of the irate Shiv Sainiks, and after which they have issued a statement. Now the statement says, the Habitat has always been a neutral platform for all kinds of artists. To share their work in any language for anything that requires a stage, our doors remain open. Just providing a stage helps to encourage people in discovering their creativity, build their talent, and sometimes find a new career. The stage belongs to an artist while they are on it. Artists create their own content, their words and expressions are their own. We urge constructive conversations, not destruction, to address disagreements. We do not support hate or harm of any kind. Violence and destruction undermine the very spirit of art and dialogue. We are shocked, worried, and extremely broken by the recent acts of vandalism targeting us. Artists are solely responsible for their views and creative choices. We have never been involved in the content performed by any artist, but the recent events have made us rethink about how we get blamed and targeted every time, almost like we are a proxy for the performer. We are shutting down till we figure out the best way to provide a platform for free expression without putting ourselves and our property in jeopardy. Both Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar have come out in support of Eknath Shinde. Devendra Fadnavis has called Kamra's comedy low-level comedy, and Ajit Pawar has stated that legal rights must be maintained when a person is delivering a joke. Some Shiv Sena leaders have called Kunal Kamra's joke casteist. On the other hand, some have issued a 2-day ultimatum to him, stating that he must apologize within 2 days or face dire consequences.
महाराष्ट्र के सबसे लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री और उप मुख्यमंत्री को आप गद्दार बोलते हैं और फिर कहते हैं कि ये कॉमेडी है। ये कॉमेडी नहीं है, ये वल्गैरिटी है और अब जो आपकी हाल बनने जा रही है वो एक ट्रेजेडी है।
2 days ultimatum for Kunal Kamra to either apologize or face consequences. It's been over 2 years that somebody said, देश के गद्दारों को
गोली मारो, देश के गद्दारों को आवाज आनी चाहिए, गिरिराज जी को सुनाई दे। देश के गद्दारों को, देश के गद्दारों को, देश के गद्दारों को।
Well, people are so touched by Kunal Kamra's statement, they have all the right. But can they digest the fact that Shiv Sena, that is Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena, in 2024 assembly election got 12% vote share. BJP got 26% vote share, and so was Ajit Pawar's NCP. All three parties put together, it was close to 49 to 50% vote share. So in Maharashtra, about 50% people have voted in favor of Mahayuti, which also meant there is 50% who never voted for Eknath Shinde or Devendra Fadnavis or for that matter Ajit Pawar. Now will Shiv Sainiks literally go and vandalize their houses? Because according to them, Eknath Shinde is a revered leader, deputy chief minister, and there is a 50% Maharashtra that did not consider him as their chief minister or deputy chief minister, did not believe in his schemes, did not believe in Larki Bahan scheme. Probably they would be happier now because Larki Bahan has also turned out to be a joke for at least 9 lakh women whose names have been struck out.
कुछ भी नहीं है अभी, वो ने क्या अपना काम बनता, भाड़ में जाए जनता, ऐसा हो गया।
कुछ फायदा नहीं है।
पब्लिक वोट देगी, इसके बाद भी बंद कर देंगे।
तो अगले महीने से इंतजार कर रहे हैं, कभी आएगा कभी आएगा।
Post the scrutiny, a scrutiny that was only employed after the elections. Nonetheless, this outrage, reminding people about their constitutional rights and a value system, had gone on a very long sleep. Back in 2024, back in 2023, have you forgotten? Ramesh Biduri, a very senior member of parliament of BJP, on the floor of the Lok Sabha, the temple of democracy, disregarded the very God this temple of democracy is home to. Insulted Danish Ali in words that we refuse to utter on this broadcast.
उग्रवादी सिरे ले रहे हैं। उग्रवादी बोलने भी तो कभी खड़ा होगा, ये बता रहा हूँ। उग्रवादी सर, ये जो सिरे।
अरे छोड़ो यार, बिदुरी साहब ने कुछ बोल दिया तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है, लेकिन कुणाल कामरा अगर कुछ बोला है तो उसे सीख जरूर सिखाना है। सही है।
हाँ हाँ बोलो।
जगदीश शर्मा बोल रहा हूँ, सूचना शाखा में। क्या बोले थे तूने साहब के बारे में, वीडियो डाला है?
कौन सा साहब है?
शिंदे साहब,
हाँ।
हमारे मुख्यमंत्री, उनके बारे में क्या वीडियो डाला है?
अभी तो मुख्यमंत्री का है, उप मुख्यमंत्री
मुख्यमंत्री है, उनके बारे में क्या वीडियो डाला है तूने?
देखा ना आपने वीडियो? देखा
है, होटल को जाके देख ले, हम लोग ने क्या हाल किया। अभी तू जिधर मिलेगा ना, तेरा भी वही हाल होगा। समझा क्या? किधर रहता है तू?
तमिलनाडु।
तमिलनाडु तेरी तमिलनाडु में आके मारेगा देखो, वही है। हेलो,
आजा आजा तमिलनाडु आजा।
किधर आने का?
तमिलनाडु।
तमिलनाडु में कैसा पूछेगा भाई? कुणाल कामरा तमिलनाडु में कैसा पूछेगा बोलते हैं। बात करें, हमारे सर से बात करना।
सवाल यही मन में उठता है कि कब एकनाथ शिंदे के कार्यकर्ताओं ने भी तय किया कि गद्दार और चोर यानी एकनाथ शिंदे है। मिर्ची क्यों लगी? क्योंकि नाम तो किसी का लिया नहीं है, वो किसी के बारे में ही बोलता होगा।
It's been over several months, not 1 or 2, when somebody has said, Mangalsutra cheen lenge, unhe de denge. It's been over several months. Somebody had identified a community by lungi. And yet, this selective outrage is seeking an apology from a stand-up comedian. They should actually seek an apology from a comedian, because comedians do not have the right to crack jokes. That job has almost been taken by our politicians, haven't they? Nonetheless, if you don't treat that as a joke, treat this as a joke. Well, I certainly remember when I was covering Manipur, people in Manipur said that their lives have turned into a joke, that nobody cares. Nobody cares to visit that land. They said it is no less a joke that a country with 1.4 billion people, with a parliament as beautiful as ours, with so many parliamentarians, with a prime minister, with a president, with a home minister, with so many chief ministers across the country, could not solve the crisis in over 2 years? Well, they said this is a joke. This is a joke that we could not unite two Manipurs. Now many are wondering, especially after Ranveer Alabadia and also now Kunal Kamra, if stand-up comedy or comedy per se has literally become like walking on a tightrope where every punchline can actually punch you back. Nonetheless, we conclude this show with what Elon Musk has just endorsed. We all treat him like God. Our Prime Minister just met him and his entire family very recently. Elon Musk has put out this. Vandalizing a Tesla doesn't make you anti-Nazi. However, it does make you a criminal and an ass. You don't get the joke? You won't, because the joke is on us. Thank you.